how unique has been this train accident that has involved the collision of 3 trains. This is something that has never happened before, but how did it even take place? That is something let's explain to our viewers as well in a graphic format. That would be a better understanding on how deadly this crash was. When it comes to the Balasore area in Odisha, we are looking at the Coromandel Express. As far as the Chennai Coromandel Express, that had crashed into a stationary goods train and had led to at least 10 or 12 of its coaches to actually derail and move on to the opposite track as well. And on the opposite track, that was the Bengaluru-Howrah high speed, the super fast train that was coming on the other adjoining track, and thereafter it crashed into those tracks, the bogies that had derailed from the other 2 trains as well. So this is a collision, and you can imagine the impact of the collision, because the trains, they were super fast trains and traveling at the speed of several hundred kilometers an hour, and this is the result that really came out of it. We have made the marking so you can understand from the bird's eye view how devastating its impact has been. Several of those bogies that has been crushed, and they have been mangled so bad that the use of gas cutters and welding machines that are being used by the NDRF to actually reach out to those people who are still said to be trapped under the train debris.
Let's first simplify. It looks rather complicated. Let's just simplify. The 2 lines you see here, these are called yellow lines. These are the main lines on which a train runs. The line above, this is a red line. It's a loop line. What's a loop line for? If a train is coming, it needs to be, halted for some time. If it needs to be diverted, for that a loop line is taken. Now what had happened was that on this yellow line, the yellow line also has an up and down line. Here you can see which is where the main train runs, and what had happened was that the Coromandel Express was going on track on the yellow line. What had happened was some of the bogies of the Coromandel Express derailed, and they derailed and came to the other track. This is the other yellow track. On the other main track was the super fast train which was coming a few minutes later, and that's when these 2 trains collided with each other. Such was the impact, because imagine the speed, 120 kilometer per hour was the speed of the Coromandel Express. The other was a super fast train. So such was the speed, and it happened within seconds that the coaches of the Coromandel Express were literally flung on the air. They fell down on the red or the loop line, which is where a stationary, I repeat, a stationary goods train was parked, and there was a collision, hence leading to the high death toll. So this is how the 3-train collision took place. Let me simplify and summarize it once again. On the main yellow track was the Coromandel Express. Some of the bogies derailed. They went on the other main line. That's where the superfast train was coming. They collided, and some of the coaches were flung on the air. They came to the loop line, which is where there was a stationary goods train, or a malgadi as it's called. That is where the second collision happened, leading to such a high death toll.